Hi, my name is Cyprian McFarlane, and I'm a recruiting specialist with College Prospects of America. Today is Monday, November 3rd, and today is my 11th edition of Tips from the Cypster, my weekly video blog with regards to athletic recruiting, mainly from an Ontario perspective. This week, I'd like to talk about some common mistakes I see parents and players, athletes from Ontario making in the recruiting process. The first and most common mistake I see, especially for those athletes playing team sports, is not having or not getting video. In this day and age, it's very difficult to get recruited without video, especially if you're trying to get in front of or get noticed by a coach that's a far distance away from our province of Ontario. Now, let's say there are coaches in Florida or in Texas, and you're interested in going to that particular school. Just by sending an email, here I'm Sally, and I play this such and such a sport, here I am. The coach looks at this, and there is no way that they can discern or tell if you are of any caliber to be able to crack that roster. Imagine being able to send a video link now showing that coach what you have, right? Now that might give them incentive to invite you to a legitimate ID camp, to now come and see you hopefully play live closer to home, or come and see you play live at a showcase event that your team might be going to at some point in the future. Please, and I continue to say it, please try to get video in your competitive season and make sure that you have a good highlight video to be able to send to coaches. If possible, have a training video, have a highlight video, and have video of a half a game or a full game that you can also post for coaches to evaluate and to take a look at. The next common mistake I see is not understanding the academic portion of admission to universities in the U.S. Now, here in Ontario, you could go for grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, right? Grade 11, you might turn it up and get very good grades in grade 11 and grade 12 because it's the grade 12 marks or your university or university college marks that you'll be submitting to universities for evaluation for admission to university, right? So that's just grade 12. The Americans are looking at your grades starting in grade 9. English, math, science, and social science, and the NCAA only recognizes courses in the academic stream. So they don't recognize applied courses. So one, you have to start to get good grades in grade 9. Two, you have to shoot for 80% and above because that'll convert to a 4.0, right? And three, you have to make sure that you're taking courses in the academic stream. The third mistake that I see parents and players making in the recruiting process is not understanding the economics behind how much education costs in America. If you're wanting to go to University of Toronto here in Ontario, it'll cost you about $15,000 to $20,000 a year all in to attend that school. To go to a private school in the U.S., it could cost as much as $50,000 US or more to go to that school. So, a private school here, $80,000 over 4 years. A private school in America, $50,000 US or possibly more per year. So you're looking at $200,000 a year to attend that school. So the Americans understand the cost of education, and they are very aggressive and very savvy when it comes to looking at sources of athletic aid and academic aid to draw down that full amount. So if you have to pay $200,000 out of your own pocket, right, you're probably going to be very ambitious and try to get as much academic and athletic aid as possible, even if you could get $150,000 in combined sources. That is going to draw that down from $200,000 to $50,000, and now you only have to pay $50,000 out of pocket. So the Americans, like I said, are very aggressive. They understand what the cost impact, and they are going to try to do everything they can to be able to subsidize that full amount. So we have our Canadians that we think that we can wait until grade 11 and that we can get started in the recruiting process at that point, and we're hoping that there's still going to be scholarship money available. While the American US coaches might be still looking for talented players, there isn't going to be any money left at some point. Remember, it's like a sale, they have a pot of money, right? And it's first come, first served. The best athletes they see at this particular time that they feel that can fill a future role on their team, they're going to offer those scholarship dollars out to those particular athletes at that particular time. They're not going to wait, or there's not going to be waiting around until grade 11, or our athletes are in grade 11 or grade 12, right, to want to get into the game and have scholarship money available. Got to be first in the door, right? So, three things that we need to do better. We need to make sure that we get video. We need to make sure that we understand the academic impact. And third, we need to understand the financial impact, or how much education costs in America. Thank you. I hope that you found this video informative. Once again, my name is Cyprian McFarlane, and I'm a recruiting specialist with College Prospects of America. I'm located in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. My website is www.cpoarecruit.com or www.soccerscholarships.ca, and my number is area code 647-668-5191. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.